today's Forever Fit class, we're going to be using much more energy today, kind of a light aerobic work, big body moves, and then we'll move on to the floor for some abs as well as hip work. If you're ready or not, let's get started. All right, let's just take some big steps right and left. Think about pulling in your stomach the whole time and having good posture. Shoulders back, neck up over your shoulders. And certainly don't worry about coordination. Nobody's watching. You'll think I can see you because I'm pretty sure I know what's happening by what's happening here. Let's use an arm. Reach and out. Reach. So this would be your right arm. If you're mirroring me, I'll do my best to call out the correct limb. Good. We'll be switching here in a moment. We'll switch. Left arm, reach, and out. Did that work? Did that feel awkward? Okay, good. 50-50 chance that it felt awkward. Lift. Lift. And out. All right. Lift. So we're lengthening now. Keep your feet in place. You know, our arms have weight to them. So this will get your heart rate up. As you do this, let's make it a little prettier. Look towards the floor and lift an elbow. That's how it's going to be. Now let's do it a little faster. Lift. By lifting that elbow like that, you'll be stretching down the back of your armpit and down your ribs, all the way down to your hip. Try not to turn your hips, just your shoulders. Let's switch sides. Out. So this is what it looks like. I've not turned my hips. Elbows high. Look at the floor. All right, resume, open, over. If you look at the floor, you start working your neck, lifting that elbow, feet are in place. Don't forget about your stomach. Pull that in. All right, we'll slow it down. Have your feet nice and wide, slightly toed out with your toes, and we'll just do some. Good, a little bit bigger with wider with your feet, Julie. Yeah, the longer your legs are, the wider you'll want your feet, so that when you're in the bottom position, your knees don't have to go over your toes like that, right? You want your knees to end up over your ankles. All right, let's just resume down and up. The movement tutorials spend a lot of time detailing out the best way to do that so you don't injure your knees. Good. These are great strengthening exercises that actually will help your knees by strengthening the muscles around. Okay, let's go down, up. Again, down, up. Up, hold. Again. Good. Lift. Down, up. Up. Don't forget to breathe. And up. Good. Now let's not bend the knees this time, and let's just reach it right and left. And so, little fancy cross in the middle. Don't worry if you don't make sense. There you go. We'll start bending the knees again. All right, so to your left, reach. Nice. Left. Said it wrong, didn't I? Okay. Right and left. Have your toes comfortable, turn so it's comfortable for your knees. A little wider feet, Dennis. There you go. All right. Let's get back up and we'll just start touch, touch, touch. We'll add the arms. So lift, lift, lift. Little toe touch, arm lift, touch. Touch. Good. All right, arms to the front. All right, and pull, 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 pull. Pull the elbows back to open your chest. Elbows nice and high. All right, we'll add another element, the heel. Kick, kick, kick. This is hopefully as awkward as it'll get. So if it doesn't feel real fluid, who cares? Pull, pull. And we're going to reach up and pull. Pull the back. Pull with your back. Good. To the front and pull, pull. Don't forget to breathe deeply. It's okay. Muscles need oxygen. Arms are going to go down and lift, 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 lift. Nice high energy. We're burning calories, and that actually creates more energy. You'll have more energy after a class like this. Good. All right, feet down. Just touch. Lift, lift. Very good. And that's it. All right. Sort of it. All right, let's just do a big lift and a land. Okay, push off. Circle. Land. Circle. Land. Good. Try to control how hard you fall by slightly leaning back and tensing your other leg and your stomach. Good. Land gentle. As if there's a bunch of, I don't know, toys on the floor or something you're trying to avoid landing on. And over here. To the side. Yeah, those jacks. Do you remember those old-fashioned, Legos? All right, to the side, slightly to the front, and to the back, or the diagonal. Let's do the other side. Big circle, big reach, with a gentle land. Toe to heel. Toe to heel. Does it feel easier on one side than the other? I find that too. Slightly to the front. Again. Tighten through here. Good. And don't forget about your standing leg. Circle and slightly to the back. We're trying to avoid the fall and graciously controlling, placing the foot down. Okay, good. One more. All right, very good. All right, well, stand with your left foot forward and squeeze through your hips, and then we'll lift, lift. Short and snappy, lift, lift, lift. And then around to say the next dial on the clock. A little wider, slightly different muscles now. And around, diagonal towards the back. And straight back. Good. All right, and let's come around again. Slowly working our way around. This is challenging your balance as well as your quicker reflexes. Good work. Other leg. Extend. Make everything tight. Make sure you're stable first. And lift. Engage your abs. Lift. Do whatever you need to with your arms. And let yourself breathe heavy as you need to. We're working our way around. Lift, lift. If you have to choose right now between balance and strengthening your leg reflexes, then just put your hand on a wall or a chair. The goal for me right now is more of leg strength and quickness. Good. And if you're getting frustrated by falling over, then just put your hand on something lightly and work the legs. Good. Whew. Good job. All right. Widen your legs again one more time. Good. And make sure your knees and your feet point in the same direction. Not all of us can get our knees this wide, so if you find that you're feet are wide, but your knees are like this, that's going to hurt your knees quite badly. So let's turn the toes in the same direction as your knees. Make sure they're lined up. So some of us will do more of a pony squat. Some will do more of a plie. All right. We're just holding. I'm not forgetting about you. All right. As you go a little lower, you might have to check. You might have to scoot your feet out a little bit so that your knees are still over your ankles. Good. Squeeze your bottom to come up and down. Push through your heels and down. This is a really, really, really great leg strengthening exercise. Glutes, low back. Because it can be darn near impossible to tell which particular one or few of your muscles are weak and atrophied. So by doing a wide range of exercises, we're going to hit them. Good. So consistency is really important because every class is so different because there's so much to do. All right. And squeeze. Good work. All right, before you come all the way up, let's turn your toes forward. You might need to go a little wider, a few of you. Good. So we're going to bend your right knee. And as you bend your right knee, I really actually want you to think about pushing your hips back. A natural bend will happen in the back of your knee. All right, now let's stop where you are. So a couple of you are actually facing your leg. I'd like you to face the front better. And even push this knee and that toe out a little bit. So now you can see my body is lined up here, not over here. One leg is straight. This is just a good hold. Good job. Just try to straighten your left knee. Perfect. Perfect. Don't be afraid to have your chest forward and push through your heel. That will turn on your hamstrings and your glutes. And up. Real good. All right. Turn out your left toes. Okay, little knee bend. Good. This right leg is straight. All right. Push your hips back. And so you don't fall over, you have to lean forward. Good. Good. Yeah, adjust your toes as seems right for you. Straighten that right leg. It's about lowering the hips, not moving the knee. We're not doing so much like that. We're actually keeping the knee here, butt back, chest forward. Good. You guys tired yet? Yeah. You're not even complaining. You could hang out here all day. And up. Good work. All right, other side. All right. Going to your right side. Instead of thinking of the knee first, see that? Think of your hips moving back first. And you just develop a bend in the back of the knee. Good. The lower you can get your hips, the more you might have to stretch your legs apart. And you'll feel your thigh. Pull on your stomach. Maybe one arm down, one arm up. Push that foot hard into the floor. And up. Very good. Other way. Hips back, chest slightly forward. Good. When you get down, you can always stretch that leg. All right, we're not trying to actually lean towards the leg. We're trying to lean inside. Pushing that heel into the floor. Think about opening the knee. Breathe heavy. This is hard work. Don't be bashful about it. All right, now we'll drop a shoulder. Lift an arm. Keep pushing that heel and foot hard into the floor to activate your leg muscles. Stomach's in and up. Good work. You guys are way stronger than when you started this class. So thank you very much for all your hard work. Next, we'll go down to the floor and we'll be working your abs and hips. But let's start on your side and we'll start with your left leg. So work your way down. Don't be afraid of the floor. I say that at least a fourth of your life is happening down below your knees. So don't be afraid of it. Embrace it. If you don't like being on the floor, that's your first clue that you need to get down on the floor. All right. Let's get on your elbow, under your shoulder. Stomach's pulled in. Your neck is out of your shoulders. When you feel yourself sinking down into your shoulder, that's not so good. Let's have a strong rib cage. We'll start with your knees stacked, stomach pulled in, head in line with the rest of you. Slight forward lean on your top arm, okay? And lift, okay? Lift and hold. Check it out. If your ankle is below your knee, then you're using your quads. And in this exercise, I want you to use the side of your hips. That requires you getting your ankle as high as your knee. So take a look at yourself and be judgmental on yourself. Lift, lift. Judgmental, self-critical, be, no slop. Lift, lift, lift. All right, let's put that knee down and just lift the ankle. There you go. Found it. Lift. Press the knee down, twist. This is really good for your hip socket. If it tweaks your knee and it feels, like bad, like you get no warning pain, then definitely don't do it. All right, the whole leg, up, up. The reason I have you lean forward on this top arm is because it will keep your hips in the right place so that your body doesn't start cheating and using your quads. Lift, squeeze now. Squeeze together. Squeeze. Imagine there's a balloon you're trying to pop between your knees. You have to squeeze your bottom. All right, terrific. All right, take a few big breaths and slowly make your way into the next exercise. All right. Your top leg will have it straight, but I'd like you to pull it back slightly behind your bottom leg. Okay, do whatever you need to with your head. Touch the inside of your foot to the floor. First of all, that's a wonderful stretch, isn't it? Let's extend your top arm and pull with your other hand if you can. All right. Let's lift that leg. It's slightly behind you. And if you're not sure, squeeze your behind. Drop it to the floor for the stretch. Lift. Good. Lift. And down. Lift. And lift. Every time your foot comes down, it should come down in front of your bottom foot. Good. And squeeze and hold. Let's do some extra lifts. Squeezing right from your low back and your butt cheek. Lift, lift. Flex your foot. That means you're pulling your toes towards you. Good. Lift. All right. Hold it in the air. And let's do a little square. So you'll pull your foot back, down 6 inches, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down, forward, up. And now we'll bend the knee and bring your knee down to about horizontal and press back. Teeny little move. You're actually squeezing your hind end in your hamstring. And squeeze. Squeeze. All right. Let's roll over onto your front. That same leg you were just working, let's bend it. Imagine that there's a tray on your foot. Your foot's flexed. I'd like you to lift the whole thigh right from your hip bone towards the ceiling. Knees bent. It's just a squeeze. Release. You can relax your chin on your hands so you don't overarch your low back. Big breath in and out. And a simple press up with that leg. Good, and relax. Let's extend the leg. Same lift, but with a straight leg. Your foot's flexed, and squeeze your bottom to lift the leg. All right, we'll do everything on the other side. So let's push up onto your hands and knees, and swing around. Good, so we'll start with that elbow under your shoulder. Good, legs, or make sure your ribs are straight, neck is out of your shoulders. Keep your elbow fairly close, and lift. Be critical, make sure your ankle is as higher than your knee. We want to work these side muscles. Lift. Stomach's pulled in. Nice long line between the top of your head and your tailbone. Keep it pretty. Hand is slightly in front of you. Lift, lift. Your body's going to try to cheat, so you got to watch it. Reach slightly forward. If you feel like it's getting difficult, bring that elbow closer. Lift through your neck and ribs. Lift, lift, and lift. Now, knee down, lift the ankle. Lift. The idea is to actually be twisting the leg in that hip socket. Probably won't get a whole lot of movement, but that's okay. Just by trying, you're loosening things up. All right, lift and squeeze together. Lift. Squeeze your bottom, your abs, your legs, and breathe. Breathe as heavy as you need to. It's hard work. Check your ankle. Make sure it's as high as the knee. You got to look. Look in the mirror. Look at yourself. 2-second break, 5-second break makes wonders. And extend. Lay it out. Stretch it out. We're on our side yet. Slightly leaning forward on the top hand. Flex this top foot and pull it so that when you put it down, you would be behind your other leg. Let's lift and hold. Slowly press it down. If you can do a little extra stretch right now, go right ahead. You might have to bend that bottom knee so you don't fall over. Okay, hand out in front. Let's do some lifts and squeeze it down. Lift, squeeze. So the work is in two directions. It's in the lift and pressing it down. Lift. These are isometrics that can take time to learn. If your neuromuscular pathways aren't quite connected yet, don't worry. They will be. If you're consistent. All right, lift and lower. As you strengthen your legs, you will be relieving pain or certainly not causing yourself to have pain in the future. All right, let's bend that knee and press it to the back. Press. Press. When your muscles become weak, that leads to pain, atrophy, and pain. Tightness equals weakness. Weakness leads to pain. All right, now let's roll over onto your front. Hands under your chin. We'll work the same leg. Begin by flexing that foot, straightening that knee, and lift. Lift. Just relax your head on your hands. And just squeeze your bottom. Height doesn't matter. Down and squeeze to lift. We're not throwing the leg around. In fact, you can't get any momentum going with the floor in the way. That's why I like this one. When we stand up and do this, people often end up having to use momentum because they can. Okay, let's bend the knee. Okay, lift. Lift. Squeeze the bottom, just a few more. Press. 2 more. Last one. Woo! Relax it. So good. All right. Let's see if we have a couple more minutes to just throw in a couple ab exercises. Just a few, I promised you. I can't let you down. Let's roll onto your backs with your knees bent. Good. Hands behind your head. First thing I'd like you to do is squeeze your bottom. That immediately puts your low back against the floor. And this is one of the best abdominal strengthening exercises you can do. Push your feet into the floor, but keep the low back on the floor. Think about pulling the belly button deep into your spine. Sometimes I move around a little bit to lift my ribs and retighten upper abs, lower abs. Press on them if you're not sure if they're awake and doing their job. Little sips of air. Every time you exhale, pull it in again. So there's not a lot going on that you can visibly see, but you are conditioning and strengthening those deep core muscles that you hear so much about. Strengthen your core, strengthen your core. This is a big part of it. All right. Is your low back still on the floor? Can you push a little harder with your feet into the floor? Can you pull the belly button in? Exhale. All right. You can continue and do this for as long as you like, but I have to say goodbye for now. Come back to this class as often as you like, and I'll see you next time in class.